the DEA Educational Foundation, we're a 501c3 not-for-profit. Our goal is pretty simple: educate the American public about the cost and consequence of illegal drugs in our society. And it's a pretty broad-based goal that we do. But there are a lot of 501c3s out there in our field and in a lot of fields. And so what is our competitive advantage, really, as far as a 501c3? And what we're trying to accomplish is really simple: DEA. DEA gives us a global presence. It's our partner. It gives us availability of over 300 offices here in the United States. It gives us a global institution that we work with. It gives us expertise and a staff that otherwise we would have to fund. And Mark Gold realized that about 30 years ago. And that's why I think, in part, Mark has continued his relationship with DEA and with the DEA Educational Foundation because of the capability that this global organization presents to us and what we're trying to accomplish. It gives us access. It makes noise for us. In our upcoming exhibit at the Maryland Science Center that we're going to open in February, where else you're going to see a submarine used by the Cali cartel to smuggle in cocaine at our exhibit? It's because of DEA. DEA Cartagena has it sitting at a dock for us, 100 foot. We got to just get it up here to U.S. So that's really the value of our relationship with DEA, and it really gives us the competitive advantage we have as a foundation and allows us to grow, not only here in the United States, but all over the world, which you'll see. Lou, if you would, instead of me talking, I'll show you a little bit this video, which will describe a little bit about what we do at the DEA Educational Foundation.
It's a good picture of Adonis, isn't it? Yeah. Looks tall.
This is what we do. Replacing drugs with dance. The DEA Youth Dance Program, showcased at this year's Lifetime Achievement Award in Los Angeles. Educational Foundation, helping show students a better way.
People around my age, this is when they start to fall out into those things. Even some of your friends will be like, hey, wanna get on the phone and wanna come to the club and get drunk and vandalize stuff. And they'll be like, no, like, cause I don't do that. Like, I got a dance recital to go to.
Our foundation honoring the men and women funding these dance programs in more than 20 cities across the nation. This year's honoree, global philanthropist Walter Wang.
I sincerely do not feel worthy of tonight's recognition. Instead, I share this award with all the DEA agents and the law enforcement men and women who risk their lives every day to keep us safe.
Our honorees and the foundation's work getting recognized far beyond the classroom.
The DEA Youth Dance Program is now in 21 cities nationwide.
DEA is like my home away from home. I just love DEA. My wonderful dance instructor, Ms. Stephanie Reeves, teaches us more than dance. She also teaches us respect and discipline.
And the DEA Educational Foundation is about so much more than hip-hopping away from drugs. This is how 7 million Americans know the DEA Educational Foundation.
You can buy it over the counter and take as much of it as you do.
I didn't know that. Hell
22 million visitors in 9 cities, seeing a world they'd only imagine walking through a crack house. Maryland, witnessing the drug trade's grip on our nation, and our foundation taking extraordinary care to show that the problem goes far beyond throwing criminals in jail.
Parents were walking away saying, you know what, I never thought that every drug addict is somebody's child.
There's a huge preconceived notion that the DEA museum is nothing but handcuffs, hash pipes, and hookahs.
It's not really hard to breathe, it's a little bit different sensation because it's not pumping air to him until he actually sucks in.
For folks to be able to stand in front of World Trade Center and Pentagon September 11th rubble and learn about the opium heroin connections in Afghanistan, to be able to see the faces of individuals who've been lost to drugs. And it's meant to augment what the families are already talking about at home.
I'm so glad that a lot of kids got to see this. I mean, I hope that one kid would be able to say that, you know, I'm not gonna do drugs. That is a bad thing to do. That I don't want it to ruin my life.
In fact, many kids are saying that.
You start doing drugs, it can be very addictive to where you won't be able to stop. This guy, he took drugs and he had an overdose when then bubbly stuff started coming out of his mouth and he could die. Yeah, so it's like, yeah, it's a seizure, yeah.
The foundation-sponsored DEA museum doesn't stop at our nation's borders. The State Department asking us to bring the message to 3 cities in Afghanistan, helping teach children who live at a source of the global drug problem. And the DEA Educational Foundations traveled as far away as Thailand, invited by the royal family and national police to share our anti-drug success stories. And in each traveling museum city, the exhibit eventually moves on. The foundation leaves the local story behind, with local alliances helping young people avoid the pain of use, abuse, and addiction.
This is an actual South American cocaine processing laboratory in the jungles, stripped from the jungles. You can see some of the cocoa plants there. PET scan lab, and kids can come over here. They can kind of sit here and go through this PET scan.
They see kids as young as 11 years old who have tried drugs or hooked on drugs. At 12 years old, they're selling drugs.
Drug paraphernalia, a wall of wasted lives. The car, a drug that driver destroyed, and the family inside.
It was really neat to see kids come and look at the different exhibits and recognize things that they might see in their own environment and then associate them with drugs. They're like, that's really dangerous. Maybe I should stay away from it.
The exhibit that we do for Target America is just not like, this is bad, 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 bad. No. You can make choices, and these are the consequences of what things that happen to people.
What we've discovered is telling the truth works. Presenting the facts as they exist about the cost and consequences.
But at the same time, here are all the rehab programs that are helping people. So it's not just one government, book them and throw them in jail forever. And I think that's where the passion lies.
Target America and the dance program have the Drug Enforcement Administration's leadership support, with the administrator helping promote both programs.
And when young people know the truth about drugs, the real scientific facts about how drugs affect their bodies and their minds, especially when heard from peers and parents and those they look up to, it changes their attitude.
And in January, the DEA Foundation moves Target America to Maryland Science Center in Baltimore's Inner Harbor. The DEA Educational Foundation touching several million lives a day, teaching here and across the planet, giving children the self-esteem they often can't find anywhere else.
You guys are going to have so much fun in there today.
A young boy I worked with, he would come in, he was on time every day, but he was a little rough around the edges. He would always kick the door in and maybe say a few curse words as he came in the door. I said, "You're a good kid, I want to see you succeed." And he literally stopped in his tracks and he looked up at me and he said, "I'm a good kid?" I said, "Yeah, you're a good kid." He said, "I've always been told that I'm a bad kid." And I think that one moment stuck with me more than you can imagine.
Yeah, absolutely. If it's just one student, then we've done our job here. And I mean that sincerely, just one. If we can save one kid and show them that it's a better way, then this program is a
smile on my face and like, yes, I get to go see my friends at DEA dance after school and dance and have fun. And like, I got a big smile on my face for every Tuesday. Like, just makes my day.
Good. Anyway, I thought I beat your system, but I actually came in time. Well, thank you very much. Thank you.